that is enough of that theme. It's been going for like 3 minutes. If anybody's in the chat, hello, welcome to Left for Random Talk. I'm here alone at this very moment. Rev had gotten up, how long ago was that? About an hour ago to make himself some noodles. Don't know if he's making himself spaghetti or ramen noodles. It doesn't take that long. So, I guess in the background we're gonna draw some pictures and wait for him. Let me get rid of the the text. This is supposed to be the annoying dog. Okay. Hope everybody's been having a good day so far. It's still pretty early in the day. We'll hold off on listening to music. And watch, as soon as I start drawing a picture, he's gonna show up. That just always happens. Always seemed to happen. I'm just looking through my my folders to see what I could draw. Or see what needs to be remade. Doesn't help that my scroll wheel doesn't work very well, so sometimes it'll go further than I want. Or scrolling up will equal scrolling down. Let's see. Wow, what even is this artwork? You know what? I know what I'm gonna draw. That. Let me grab my tablet. I'm not like most artists. I have to unplug my tablet and move it aside if I ever want to do anything else. Because when I type, my hands feel like they're out of place. Oh, this episode is gonna mess up my throat so bad. I know it. I could stall heavily, like just beyond drawing artwork, I could stall heavily. Hey, there's 3 people watching. I don't know who is where, but... Oh! 2 people on YouTube, 1 person on Twitch. Well, hello, random Twitch person. It's very likely going to be a Restream's, bot. This was supposed to be a podcast. My friend is still making himself some noodles. And I'm drawing a weird duck. Awesome.
Hello.
Hi!
Hi. Yes, hello.
Let me move this over.
Alright. So, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. As per the...
You're cutting out.
Yeah, give it a bit. Just getting everything set. Okay, that should do it. So, hello everyone who can hear me, who can hear everyone. Hi. The attempt 42.
This is part 2 of episode 46, because my mom made a mistake on Thursday and we were too angry to just hop back in.
Yes.
Like, basically what happened, if people are interested in knowing, my mom has offered to one of her friends that I be his housekeeper. I am now his housekeeper, by the way. I'm going on Wednesday. But, she messed up the day we were supposed to go down there and talk to him to schedule things. She thought it was Thursday, she hustled us out the door. I get upstairs just to, change my pants, and then she calls out, "Oh, wait, never mind, it's tomorrow. My bad."
Yeah. Hold on, just checking the connection again.
I'm not repeating all of that.
Am I still coming?
Yeah, you're...
Or is it still, like, going?
It's on and off.
Should we try swapping the thing again, see if that fixes it?
Well, you're coming out fine right now.
Yeah, I don't know what's causing it. Yeah, bear with us.
This is just regular for us, apparently.
Yeah.
We don't like it, but it's regular.
Let's see, where did we leave off on Thursday?
We were in the middle of talking about all the Warframe stuff from the dev stream.
Right, I pulled it up on my phone then.
Yeah. We got to the Garuda Deluxe skin, I remember that.
Okay.
Yeah, we did, because she's still there.
Dev stream, what was it?
126.
26?
Yeah.
Okay, 126. Overview, there it is. We got to Garuda Deluxe, and then everything just went to shit.
Yeah, thanks, Mom, for your commitment.
Everyone, as of right now, is like having a shit.
Yeah.
Apparently, one of those. You know how I talk about what's the word? You know how I tend to talk about like scummy.
Yep. Here.
Yeah. Well.
I'm just gonna change the server settings real quick. Let's try West. Try talking now. Hello, random vehicle.
Hold on, my phone died. Like I don't mean like it died as in like it shut off. No, I mean it just stopped working entirely.
My tablet does that a lot.
I'm just making sure that. Okay, I think it's fine. Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
So it doesn't matter where I set the server setting. We're still gonna have those audio issues.
It's just I just hope it's not too bad than usual.
Yeah. It's not bad right now.
Right,
but
so
I'm listening.
All right. it came out in a deluxe format, which are very
She
interesting.
looks like something from the newer Mummy movie or Queen of the Damned or even Species.
I see it. It's this weird, like, alloy living metal, whatever you want to call
It's a style that you can't really put your finger on.
it. Bioorganic is a good way to put it.
That too.
So we've got, yeah, so, again, it's very interesting. I like the new fan web, also pretty cool.
Yeah.
That. Yeah, Nyx Deluxe is coming, has a game model already set. This time, Atlas Deluxe already came out. People are just adoring the weird rock body he's got.
Rock butt.
I like it too. Rock.
Like I was in the primetime chat. Everybody was talking about how he could start fires by sneaking with his butt, and like that entire primetime was so weird because they started talking about corn, and like that's all they talked about, corn.
How odd. Right, the Gas City remaster seems to be a few weeks away, so keep that in mind. At the time of this
stream, yeah.
Yeah. So that is Sunday the 14th.
Woohoo.
Yeah. And only a few more weeks to my birthday. Awesome. Anyway, so the Gas City rework is coming, have been shown off quite a bit. I mean, that's so.
Yeah, we're only getting like every third word that you're saying.
Hold on. Yeah, the connection's pretty bad. So, like, I don't think anything short of restoring my internet. You know what? I'm kind of like off the cuff, regardless. So, I'll try that now. See if that fixes anything.
Alright.
So yeah, I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay. And we're right back to going to art stream. Yay! I forgot how to draw a red panda's hind legs. Because all the pictures of a red panda is like really cute. Okay, they do have the digigrade going on. Okay. Let me retry this. This is gonna take a while. There we go, that's better. A little wonky on the toe, but it's better. I really have nothing else to draw, so I'm just doing this. Right. This so it's easier on my eyes. How is everybody doing, by the way? I know I've probably said this earlier in the start of the stream, but like, how is everybody doing? silence in the chat. Okay. Good to know. Yeah, that assures me that there's people here. That I'm not just talking to myself. And now there's 3 people in the chat. Okay. I'm just looking up more references of red pandas.
All right, hopefully now the connection's fine.
Yeah, you sound fine.
All right, awesome. And cue the crash. No. So, albums are coming out looking quite menacing, as always. Oh boy. I hope you can't hear that.
The train?
There's a train. Yeah, oh no, you can hear that.
It's fine.
Oh, my secrets were... No, I can't. So, the Gas City rework's looking quite well. Looks quite intriguing.
It still makes me think of Star Wars.
Yeah, Cloud City, I can see it.
Oh my god. I'm still looking up like pictures of red pandas in the background.
Okay. See, so we've... Okay, right. Valve is getting yet another rework. Awesome.
Oh goody. I do remember listening to the dev stream about this. A lot of the older Warframes, like early beginning Warframes, their abilities just aren't enough anymore. They're outdated.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very likely they're going to go through everybody and do complete rework of everyone at some point.
Well, that spawned. It started because of a very intense scene.
I'm not understanding that. What?
I said it all started due to an disagreement between DE and YouTuber. And that was, you know, I think I covered this before.
Yeah, I think so.
Basically, the running gag, or whatever you want to call it, is that everyone wants reworked. DE, no.
No, it's getting worse.
Go ahead. How bad is it?
You're chopping up so bad.
Alright, should we try chopping yet again? Let's see if that fixes it.
We have 4 people in chat. Wow, more people are from the YouTube chat than they are from the Twitch chat.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no, what I was saying was trying to switch the server.
Alright, I'll switch it again.
Alright.
East, Central, which one?
Alright.
Let's go with East again, see how that works. Okay, try it now. No.
Is my
Nope.
connection becoming ill? No?
Central. Try now.
How about now?
Oh, you sound good.
Let's hope this lasts. And it doesn't completely...
No.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't go mental. Try something. Give me 1 second. Give me a moment. Clean something up real quick.
Yeah, the problem is we can't actually use the UK servers either. Not with what's going on.
Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna clear up some files real quick. Maybe that will fix it. Yeah, excuse me.
I'm just gonna keep drawing over here.
Alright. Delete. Yes. Yes. And let's see if that fixes anything.
Well, you sound fine now, but we'll see.
Yeah, sometimes with like computers and shit, the files can also like drag. So there's that too. But yeah, hopefully this is fine and it doesn't go mental and everyone can hear me just fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that with Valben. Let's see what else. A few changes to Cavats, Melee 2.0. I actually don't like the new Melee system. Well, no longer like swap to the what is it?
You can't swap to your melee weapon by holding down the button.
Yeah, and that makes it, and you can't block anymore.
Well, you do
Like,
block, it's automatic.
And because it, how do I put it? Oh god, it's on the tip of my tongue. It does not work as intended, or certain fighting styles work. You know,
Yeah.
like how do I put it? A lot of weapons have like combos where you have to put in, and then you can get like an incredibly strong.
We're not getting any of this.
About still coming in far.
No.
Or I don't know what else to do then. I've done everything I can. Keep dipping for some reason.
Hold on.
I've done everything in my power to try and fix this, and it will just keep dipping for some reason.
Well, you sound okay for now.
We get a few seconds completely and utterly destroyed.
Yeah.
It seems to happen more with the week in the afternoon.
I don't know what to tell you, dude.
I don't know what it is. I don't think it's my
Whoa!
connection. What?
Okay, we are never going to there again. I changed it to south and you started speeding up.
Oh, Lord. I'm just checking my just right. Let's see. Everything seems fine. I have no idea what.
I don't know what's going on either.
It could be the storm. Or the rain, anyways. That could be causing it.
Very likely. I mean, our radio upstairs wasn't working.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep talking, and if it goes mental or anything, just let me know.
Alright.
But yeah, like I said, the new melee is a hindrance.
What I don't like about the new melee is Valkyr.
Go on.
What?
No, go on.
With Valkyr, she is a very melee-based Warframe. Her fourth ability is her going to Hysteria and using her claws. When you try to aim, you come out of Hysteria, but it still drains your energy. When you attack, the screen flickers. Like, it'll actually flash between, like, the Hysteria overlay, like, bright red, to regular, map color. So, that's a bit of a problem. Alright, Dark, we'll see you. Like, he's lurking. While she does block automatically, I would like it better if I could hold the button up for her to block. Also, when she's doing her bullet jumps, she'll come out of Hysteria even when she's like nearly dead and aim her gun. The thing about Valkyr is that when she's in Hysteria, she's able to resist taking damage, so you can save yourself from getting killed, and also regain your health just by attacking an enemy. And that's hard to do when you have a flashing screen and needing to make a quick getaway and you want to bullet jump.
Alright. Well, yeah, I can the issues that can cause, and you know, it might like I said, certain combos need you, and if you can't do that when you get the sword, anything. You know, you're just limited to and the most basic combos.
Like, sometimes, sometimes even the basic combos don't work. Like, I believe Liam told me that there was a way to toggle the fighting system so you can have channeling on. I could not find that button anywhere.
So or isn't implemented yet?
I don't know. I just know that he was able to turn it on and off.
Well, whatever the case is, the thing though, if you only have like when you go to a mission or whatever, looks like it used to.
You can go into a mission with only your melee weapon, but that doesn't mean it's going to be a very pleasant experience.
Yeah, the fighting will be back to normal, but you're stuck with your sword.
Yeah. I did a sortie, and one of the things was it was pistol only. And with the new, well, actually no, it wasn't pistol only. It was a assault rifle. And with the new setup that they have, if you hold down right click, which is usually for you to focus in on somebody, you'll drop the payload. You'll drop it, and it'll just immediately equip your gun when that's not what you're wanting.
Yes.
So it was kind of funny because I was playing as a limbo and I had to pick up the payload because our tank kept dropping it.
Like I said, it isn't this. Oh, excuse me. I mean, this new system doesn't seem better. It seems worse to me. It really does.
But at least we understand where they're going with anyway.
Generally.
Yeah.
Yeah, and unfortunately, like, imagine if the damage system went through. Imagine the changes that would have done. I don't want to imagine that dark universe.
Damage system as in, like, they react accordingly to where you hit them?
No, it was more like they were going to remove status effects.
Oh my god.
Like slash. Yeah, and
Are
it would
they
have
really
been more
thinking
like
of doing that when they have fucking Profit Taker? Really?
That was the plan way back, and people were like, "No, don't do that." But now we have this melee system. It's like, you know what? Swings and roundabouts.
Mm-hmm. By the way, we fought Profit Taker like 2 or 3 times yesterday.
Jesus.
I was a limbo. I only went down twice per mission.
Jeez.
And I also, for any of you who decide to play as limbo during that fight, you will not survive the blast even if you're in the rift.
Oh, good.
I did it for science.
I did this so I could be sure.
I found it very, very funny that I got obliterated in another dimension, but all of its goons were fine in the same dimension, point blank.
Because, what is it? What the fuck's a hitbox?
Yeah. Also, if you stand point blank in those blasts, the entire world turns black for a while. Except for the snow. Like, the snow particles are still there.
Oh.
Oh god. Not only, like, going back to Valkyrie here,
Right.
the new melee system also brings a new wave of entertaining yet very annoying bugs.
Such as?
So, yesterday, we were trying to get gyro systems, because I really, really need to rank up with Little Duck, and it's annoying as hell. And I was playing as Valkyrie, because she can survive. Somewhat. I still went down a few times. Sometimes, if I don't know what I did exactly, if I came out of Hysteria the wrong way, my upper torso, like from my hips up to my head, would freeze.
Oh, jeez.
See, you know how like a toddler looks when they're grumpy? Their arms are stiff, pointing straight down, their head is down, they're just stomping everywhere?
Yeah.
That's what I looked like.
Oh, jeez.
When I would walk around, I was stomping, because that's how the Warframes move. Their legs kind of impact really hard on the ground to push off.
Oh, hold on, before we continue. I think I figured out what was causing everything to go mental.
What?
I think it was the dev stream overview.
Yeah.
Because I've had that off for a while now. I'm like, okay, now I'm fine.
Yeah. My arms were stuck to my side, my head was pointed straight down, and you see like Markiplier's gameplay of the rake and how the person bends?
Yeah.
That's what I looked like whenever I would move.
Oh, Jesus. Just
So like, when I would look down at the floor, my Warframe would bend, similar to that, my arm's still straight. And, like, I looked like a very grumpy toddler. But the only way... Like, here's the thing. When I would click any buttons, it would flash channeling. I couldn't pick anything up. I had to press E to, like, swing my sword and break it.
Jeez. Now, I had a similar problem when the thing first started. I was in the Valis. And the next thing I knew was I was just kind of testing the melee out. I was like, okay, so I can't equip my melee. Is there a secret way to do it? And I kept pushing buttons at random, swapping between weapons and everything. And I broke the system. I wasn't able to move anything. I wasn't able to get my gun out. My arms were stuck in like this swap animation thing. Not the arm bending in on itself while you're holding a gun thing. No, it was like
Mag did.
Yeah, it was a different kind of like, the fuck did I do? And I couldn't do anything. I couldn't equip any of my sub weapons or anything like that. I even threw myself into the coolant lake to say, okay, this will probably reset the animation. No, I was stuck like that for a good while, just like, this is my life now.
Yeah.
You gotta love bugs like that just completely destroy your experience when you didn't even try.
Yeah, but once you find out like how you break it, it becomes so much fun.
Just trying to find
into something entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Like my favorite bug, like everybody's favorite bug lately, has been the T-posing K drive. Just like, and it always seems to happen to Lycan. He'll get onto he'll get onto his K drive, and all we see is him standing, just in a perfect position, like in his idle animation, and he'll just slide around, not moving.
It's kind of like what happened with Omni Voice and some of his buddies.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's balling, guys. Oh, that was funny. But yeah,
It's
just covers.
Ghost. Oh no! Still, Wukong.
But oh wait, hold on a sec. Did you check the workshop?
No, not yet.
Guess who's in the workshop?
Ivara?
No.
Oh.
He started in Buff Woman.
Yay!
Yee.
Wait, Gary's in the workshop?
Yes.
Yay!
Now go and do creepy fan art now. I have so many plans for that. But yeah. So I think that covers everything in terms of the overview. Anyway, I do want to say this though. So like I wanted to bring this up before. You know how I will talk to you about like really shitty people, like on YouTube and places like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've mentioned Chris Chan. I've mentioned the fat fuck that is the D to the PST.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to talk about this because like this is just downright comical yet also very, very sad. Well, two things technically, and I'm derailing this. And I need to say it. So we've talked about Chris Chan before, right? The autistic middle-aged man who did that whole Pikachu Sonic crossover thing.
Yeah.
Which isn't even that great. Like, he's I guess we can give him the title of the first person to make the original character for Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose we can.
Baby.
Well, he made it back in like the 90s, and that was like the internet, you know, like anything like that. So I guess on that technicality he wins that. So congratulations, you're the first person to start the cancer. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so he was invited to you know those ghost hunter shows where they'll go into some random place and act scared. Yeah, I'm calling all the ghost hunting shows out in one go.
I don't blame you. My dad used to love watching those until he witnessed one of the guys kick a door to pretend that it was a ghost attacking him.
But so a bunch of like YouTube guys who do it, but not fake, just kind of explore for the sake of exploring. Mm-hmm. So not that bad. They went up there to Virginia. I'm trying to remember the exact place it was. Like Chris is in like Charlottesville. That's it. Yeah, they wound up in Charlottesville, and so they invite him in, and it was an insanitarium run by some who practice eugenics, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Right. The whole experience, Chris made himself to be throughout that whole endeavor, and I mean like we all get that one friend who thinks in the universe and will so kind of like preach about
Yeah.
Yeah, he was go
You're cutting out, but we
and
understand you.
the whole being attacked by the ghost. Send help. No, tell me I'm so choppy.
You're still choppy.
Yeah, okay, give it a second. Come on. Come on, damn you. There we go. Am I fine?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you know, you guys just kind of, you know, play.
Nope.
They were just making fun of still going bad.
Yeah, still going bad.
No, hold on. We were
We were doing
fine
so
a second
well,
ago.
then you must have opened something.
I didn't open. My hands are off the keyboard.
What the hell?
Like this entire time, I've only had it open on the Discord group. That's it. In a vain attempt to keep it stable. Hopefully it's fine now.
Yeah, you sound alright right now.
Alright. But yeah. They made fun of the fuck. And what is it? Shortly after, I want to say maybe a few days later, he
Nope.
Oh, come on. Come on, damn you. Work, damn it.
Alright, try
Alright,
again.
let me exit. Alright, let me try, like, if it happens again, I'll exit the call and I will refresh it. Hopefully. Like, I'm staring at the voice can.
Nope.
Alright. How about now?
Nope.
Come on. Work, damn you, work. Come on. Come on.
You sound alright right now, but I don't know how long it'll last.
It's acting up now. I've done nothing on my end. Like, everything's just been left alone.
Double check your microphone. Like, as in, like, where it's connected. Double check that.
No, that's connected. That's connected. No, everything's connected here. Like I said, I don't know why it decided to act up now.
Well, you sound fine.
Yeah, but for how long?
Who knows?
I'm just gonna ignore ignore.
And there you go.
Ignore the voice. I'm just gonna close this. I'm closing this. How about now?
You sound alright.
Okay. I'm just gonna get through this as quickly as humanly possible then. So, he comes back a few days later to the and during this time, or he makes one of those awful drawings that look, which I realize is now offensive to all 5-year-olds in the world. I'm sorry. Am I still coming through?
A little choppy.
But still, like, you can understand. Everyone can understand what I'm saying.
We don't know what he drew.
He drew well, some what's it called? just an image, like, We Are the World kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but that's the thing. He, instead of putting oh god, what's the front of the image, like they're the focus of it. He the weird Sonic monster form of his, prints it out, frames it, and then puts it in the front entrance of the insanitarium, in sees the ghosts or whatever.
What the hell?
Yeah, and during the whole phone recording he's doing, like, he's got it all. He says, what was it? At some point towards the end, the photo down, he says something to the effect, oh god, what was it? Something, 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 good karma point. Yeah, he the kindness of his heart. It was clear he was in it for, a brownie point. In fact, let me see if I can find it. This image it's the most cursed thing. If I, what's it called? God, what word I used to describe that place? Sanitarium, was it?
Yeah.
Hopefully I've got the right thing and not, god damn it, fucking hell, I'm never gonna be able to find this fucking thing. Come on. No. You know what? I'll spare humanity this abomination.
Alright.
And we'll just say it looked ugly as sin. Because it did.
Yeah, don't look for it. You'll die.
Well, no, he has a Twitter, and he posts, like, all this cringy art on it, but it's one of those retarded, I'm gonna gatekeep my kill. And of course, unless you're, like, unless you have an account, you're never gonna.
No, we're not getting any of this.
I said he has a Twitter that's protected, which blocks blocks it when he doesn't. Go through.
Nope.
I'll close this as well. Why? Might as well just close every fucking thing I've got here.
I know that you can close Discord and still be in a call.
That seems risky.
No, I've done it. You're fine.
Am I fine now?
Yeah.
Okay. But basically, get into his, and yeah. Don't go anywhere near that.
Not planning to.
He's going to harass the fuck out of you to get with you.
Ugh.
And that isn't like an exaggeration or any obsess over you and try to find out everything about you.
So, there was a guy that showed up during one of my streams. I've actually forgotten his name, but he is blocked from the channel.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck was up with that?
That's exactly. And he would like he'll try to like sweet talk to anything or like be calling yada yada, and it's like, ugh, he's disgusting. Like, you know what? In fact, what his Twitter is, just so you can avoid it. Like, I am preempting this fucking thing. Let's see here. Da, 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 da. Ah, here it is. And here, under every circumstance, avoid this Twitter. Or this account, sorry. Don't even bother going to it. Just this is the warning. Stay away from the abomination of nature. No regrets. No. Just fuck this human being.
That's no. I'm not even posting links for people to just block them. No.
No, don't. Insane. Like, I know people will say it's like, oh, he's crazy because he likes da da da. No, I mean, like, this guy's
like he's insane, and you're questioning why he's not clinically.
Why he hasn't been put into the asylum.
Pretty much.
It's so it's disturbing. It's like watching an animal from, you know, that's the best way.
Yeah.
I like that.
I love these little emotes.
Just the fuck.
My favorite is this one. My absolute favorite is this one.
What the fuck is going on? Come on.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try closing Discord. How that goes. If I suddenly vanish, you'll know why. Am I still there?
Yeah.
Oh wow, it worked.
I've done it before.
And then it exploded. Fuck. But no, like I said, just never come in contact with this person. That kind of evil. In fact, one of these days, I think we should dedicate something to the oddities of the internet.
No.
And just point and laugh.
No. I want to stay as far away from that as possible. We get
Fair
enough of
enough.
that at Walmart. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah, yeah. Or any other place we work at.
Mostly Walmart.
Yeah, but the other thing I wanted to also mention was the other guy, me and a lot of other people make fun of, the fat pig, as people call him, the pig roach.
Mm-hmm.
He got married.
Oh no.
I'm shocked to a woman called Kat.
Oh no.
And here's the funny thing: the wedding, he tricked his fans into giving him money for the wedding, and by that I mean we're deathly ill. Turns out they're fine.
Oh my god.
Scum of the universe, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't doubt for a second the girl knows what's going on. You know, Kat. She's pretty smart. I'll give her that much credit. And I think what's going to happen is after the wedding and everything's been said and done, and like she can squeeze him for as much as possible, she's going to divorce his ass. And guess what's going to happen then? Everything he owns is gonna wind up in her possession, and he's gonna make another one of those YouTube saying, "Guys, I lost my house, my girlfriend, my wife before," just whining.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is she the good guy or the bad guy in this situation?
If it hurts him, it doesn't matter.
It's gray moral.
Exactly. Kat is the gray moral character in this story. And I'm just waiting for the time when she leaves his ass, gets his palace there in Seattle. And that's it. Yeah, unfortunately, he lives in Seattle, by the way.
I think I remember you saying that.
It's like, I'm sure you probably have seen this fat fuck somewhere and you just don't know him. And I feel so sorry for you if you did.
Probably. But here's the thing, good on her if she does that. Might be 6 people in the chat. Good on her if she does that, because buying a house in Seattle is insane.
Oh no, this dumbass doesn't work, period. And his method of working is just streaming.
Well, yeah, that
and it's like, okay,
it's
stream.
Like and streams.
Yeah, but here's the difference. There's working successfully at streaming and actually getting paid for
and there's the whiny brat floundering kind of streaming.
And that's what he does. He will constantly talk about his finances and how people need to step up and yada yada. Yeah, and the funny thing is that the dumbass has 2 houses. He has a condo in Connecticut, and a house in Seattle, like a gated-off community house here in Seattle. And the idiot didn't, and the moron doesn't think for a second, maybe I should sell my condo so I can afford the mortgage on my house.
Yeah.
No. He wants to keep paying the condo so that way its value will increase so he can then sell it for more money. I would like to point out as well that the condo got struck by lightning, has bad piping, is likely flooded at this point, and he's not been paying for the upkeep.
Wow.
The value is not going up, you moron. It's going down by the second. It's so funny. And then recently he wants people to be saying, "Oh no, my house is going to get taken, guys." I'm like, good. Let it be taken. You have another house. Fuck off.
We don't care.
Exactly. Your cups is not my responsibility. I got bills to pay, dumbass. Yeah. Like I said, when she leaves his ass and divorces him for everything he's got, I laugh so goddamn hard. I can't wait for it. I really can't. And then we will all point and laugh at the fat pig as he walks away in shame. Back to the state in which he fucked all his friends over for money. Yeah, you gotta love that. When a very greedy person loses the one thing he loves, which is money. You really gotta love that.
Yeah.
It's good. It's destiny. Anyway, speaking of money, you see, I did a segue there. Let's talk about favorite punching bag here on the show. Fallout 76.
You know, we keep saying that Bethesda is like a cancer. In this case, they're an STD.
They're an STD that is floundering.
Over and they just don't go away.
Exactly. Well, apparently, from what I've been, Bethesda isn't doing so well anymore. Like that, they're losing a lot of money. And based on what I've been hearing, based on what I've been hearing, there's a very serious talks about someone buying the company out. It's almost as if you fuck your fan base, you get screwed. What a weird concept. Just into it, shall we?
Yeah.
And that is the pay-to-win feature for 76.
No.
So one of the crafting items, or one of the things you need for the game, is something called repair kits. And you use them to fix weapons and armor and shit like that, right? Mm-hmm. You find these in the wild, and they're one-time use item. You know, so it makes sense. It's like one weapon, one item. Bethesda, in all their wisdom, has decided to add these pretty much vital objects to the marketplace for $5.
Oh.
Yeah, I will say that again. One-time use items for $5.
No.
Yeah. And people knew this was going to happen. Bethesda lied. They lied about the whole Skyrim dynamic NPCs and facial animations. They lie about anything. And we all knew they were going to lie about the cosmetic shit too. It was only how long till they start lying about it. That was the real question. And it turns out only a few months. Not even. Yeah. And it shows what's his name? Pete Hines? Is that the guy behind Bethesda? No, Todd Howard. Todd Howard. Sorry. I don't. Who the fuck is Pete Hines? Pete Hines, the executive producer of Bethesda.
Pete Hines, the guy who loves mustard.
No. And Heinz ketchup. The guy just wears a suit of the stuff. Or no, he has it always in his pocket.
Oh God,
Ready on offer.
The one time I watch football, it's during Halloween. There's a person sitting in the stands dressed as mustard, and they're all alone. There's no ketchup. And like the camera is like slowly zooming in and then slowly panning out, and the commentators are talking about the mustard over the game.
I can imagine. I'm sorry, it's going to be a very lonely day for that mustard. With no hot dog or no ketchup.
I don't think you'd want to walk around there dressed as a hot dog. Like, given that, like, sports stadiums have hot dog stands.
But that would have been perfect. Like, you get you and your two buddies to up. You're mustard, they're ketchup, and then you have the hot dog. Like the guy in the hot dog suit. You have them sit between you, and you've made a hot dog sandwich.
Yeah, just eat the whole bottle.
Exactly. It's genius. But no. So, like I said, Todd Howard is just he's floundering. He's been fucking over Bethesda because everything comes back to him when you look at it. It's not just this. It's also the lackluster new Wolfenstein coming out. Nobody wants to play it because it looks boring. The premise is BJ's gone missing, and now his twin daughters have to find and save him and kill Nazis in Paris.
No.
Does anybody care at this point? The man is like in his 60s or something like that. Can we not let him die? Do we need to keep the poor excuse of a man out even further? And his daughters, my God, they're just so terrible.
Personality or appearance?
Both.
Okay.
Their voices are draining on the ear. It's like talking with a very southern accent, but sped up.
No.
It's like, I'm sorry, I know BJ's from Texas, but the guy doesn't have an accent. Like he'll a few Texan phrases or whatever, but he doesn't have an accent.
It's like the kids from How to Train Your Dragon all speak with an American accent, but everybody else around them is Norwegian or Scottish.
Exactly. And, you know, so it's weird, too, because the game's going to be focused on multiplayer, where you will play as one of the two daughters, and your buddy will be the second one. And then it'll be like you two fighting together, side by side. It's like, fuck off.
Oh.
Nobody wants this. Like, I get the appeal. Playing with your buddy in mechs in like these weird suits, gutting down hallways, Quake style. I get it. That sounds fun. If it was any other game except Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
And I don't, and it's like it's these two girls together, and then they got another girl who's like this black tech girl for some reason. And I look at her, and my only thought was, you were here to appease that crowd, weren't you? Like, you will have nothing to...
They are likely going to force her to sacrifice her goddamn self near the end, or in one of the chapters.
Or worse off, she's going to be racist and rate every white person she sees. Give it a bit.
Oh God! Did you hear the news about the Easter candy?
No, what happened?
So, I don't remember what company it was. Ostrich actually told me this yesterday.
All right.
The community, the colored community, are very, very angry with a store that's selling little ducklings made of chocolate, and the chocolate company.
Okay.
The white chocolate is called the crispy duck. The milk chocolate is the creamy duck, I believe, and then the dark chocolate is the ugly duck.
Oh.
And nobody is happy with that.
Oh no. Oh no. Why would you do that?
Here's the thing. The story of the ugly duckling is about a baby swan. The ugly duckling is white.
Yeah.
Why?
Baby, like, it depends on the species of swan. Sometimes they're like pure, like little cotton balls. Sometimes they're like little black marshmallows. That's the problem. I see what. Oh no! Oh no!
Like, a majority of baby swans are little gray or little white puffballs. Even black swan babies are white or yellow.
Yeah, they should have renamed it. Oof. Just the biggest oof right now.
Like, I don't agree with the ugly duckling thing, but there is like an upside to it. That means you're not a duckling, you're a fucking swan. And those things are dangerous as hell.
Exactly, and I don't know what to say now. It's like, who's in the right here, you know?
I have derailed it with chocolate.
No. I need to know, like, who's gonna start shouting someone's racist? Like, I'm waiting. Who's gonna be the irrational one in all this?
That's racist.
Exactly. Oh my God. It's fucking chocolate, people. You eat the fucking thing. If it was a mistake, oh no, it was a mistake. If it was on purpose, then don't buy the fucking thing.
Here's a smarter idea. Just don't buy those ducks.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Just if you find it offensive and you don't like it, don't buy it.
Yeah.
Be smart. Don't start screaming racism and protesting bullshit.
That's what they're gonna do. On this subject that's very uncomfortable, but very much in our everyday lives, though it shouldn't be, somebody proposed an idea for Skyrim.
Okay.
To add more in-depth racism.
Why?
I actually wrote a very long reply to this. The person had, like, deactivated their account long ago. But, I actually posted a reply, like, asking them, do we really need this in a video game? Because the way I view video games is, it's our escape from reality. It's our escape from the horrors that is life.
Yes, it's escapism.
Yeah, it's the only way you can actually get some fucking peace and quiet while you're shooting people to pieces.
Yes.
Like, default Skyrim alone, when you go to Windhelm, is very uncomfortable. And that's, like, very minor racism. And, they shine this light on the Stormcloaks of how terrible they are. And in hopes to encourage you not to join them.
Exactly. And that's the thing. I get the reason why you would suggest that, like, to kind of emphasize how some people will be, like, really against one race for various. I get that idea for a story point of view, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, we don't really need that. We could just add like maybe a few racial slurs, and that's it. Like we don't need to say every variation.
Here's what Skyrim. I think they wanted this racism to be more impactful, because like when you play Skyrim now, to some people it's not very impactful. It's just, oh, they don't like this person, won't let them in. That's it. They don't allow Khajiits into a city off of a stereotype. Argonians are only able to get work as dock folk because they're aquatic, and that's it.
Yes.
And they also do like intense physical labor because back then, like in the past, they were slaves. So they're still doing slave work. Don't even get me started about the elves.
You know my stances on elves to begin with.
Yeah,
so.
I'm not counting you in this, so shut the fuck up.
For good reason, though.
Yeah. But even if you don't like elves, you have to sympathize with the innocent ones on this.
Oh, of
because
course.
they're in a war. If you're an elf, you're immediately targeted, even if you don't want to be a part of it. And you're being targeted by Nords, like white people, by the way. Windhelm, there's an entire section of elves that have been segregated from the main city just because they're elves. And you have to cut through that part to get to the Argonians, too, who are also put in very terrible living conditions.
Exactly.
Like, Skyrim on its own is a beautiful game. Like, even to this day, we're discovering things in the game that nobody really knew.
At the time of when it was released, basically.
You're still finding new things, even to this day. And it has sprinkles of racism in it.
Exactly.
And even these sprinkles are something people struggle to tolerate.
And that alone is fine. Just this amount of racism is fine for your fucking game. That's it. Like, and the only exception I'll say is like maybe on occasion someone will have a piece of dialogue in relation to one of the fantasy races. That's it. That's where we draw the line at. There is no need to hammer home, look how terrible this is. Look at it. That's all the ground I'll ever give this. But yeah, actually, speaking of the Elder Scrolls, again, another segue.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Let's get into Elder Scrolls Blades and how fucking terrible that is. So,
absolute silence. Okay. That's it.
No. I'm getting my phone open. Hold on. So, what do you think Elder Scrolls Blades is?
It focuses more on that faction that are fiercely against the dragons and are friends with the Dragonborn.
No.
Oh no.
It is an iPhone game.
No.
Yes. So let's get into it. Basically, you're on your iPhone in first person.
Oh.
That's it. There's literally nothing else. And it's basically walking, buying new shit, walking, fighting enemies you would normally fight in Skyrim, walking. Yeah.
Boo.
So let me find the loot boxes. So this game is completely and utterly infested with the fucking shit. Ah, yes, once again, thank you, Young Ye, for your incredible reporting skills. So the game has two forms of currency. That is gold, which is worthless in these fucking games. And there are gems, which is the premium currency. There are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are different kinds with loot in it. I will not go down the prices. $1.99, $4.99, $9.99, $19.99, $49.99, $9.999.
What?
Yes, the most expensive one that will give you 14,000 gems is $99.99. Basically 100.
There, phone games don't do that. They shouldn't.
Well, Bethesda said, fuck you, give us money.
No. No.
And people are pissed.
Yeah.
People are not getting this game. They're avoiding it. And this is kind of what's leading Bethesda into destruction, as it is. Trying to squeeze your fan base for loot, for money, is what's killing your fucking business model everywhere.
Oh, we got 7 people in the chat. 4 from Twitch and 3 from YouTube. Hello.
Okay, hi, welcome. We're bashing Bethesda again. Yeah. So yeah, Elder Scrolls fucking Blades. How about you don't buy this fucking game because you're not fruit?
Mm-hmm.
This is... It's disgusting. You take an interesting premise, which is like a gladiator-style Elder Scrolls, and you infest it. You infest it with all this fucking loot. And here's the worst part of it, by the way. There are time limits on loot, on chests. They will physically limit you from buying all the shit you need. So if you don't want to spend a lot of money and just go like, I want to buy this for the 2-in-1, right?
Mm-hmm.
There is a hard lock that will stop you from doing it. You've already bought this one. Please wait 24 hours to buy it again. They are forcing you to pay for the most expensive shit. I will say that again. They are forcing you to pay for the most expensive shit.
What? Holy cow.
And it gets worse. Opening them in-game? Yeah. So, you know how the chests have gems in them, right? What you, like, physically buy? Oh, by the way, you have a hard limit on how many chests you can also have. 20 for the game. You can't have more than 20. So, you know how these loot boxes have the gems, the premium currency? You can't open them unless you can't open them right on the spot. You have to wait 4 hours for each of them to open. Or you can give them part of the gem store you have, and they get it done faster. You are spending money to get money in the worst way possible. Bethesda, what is wrong with you?
Oh my god.
The fuck is wrong with you?
Everything.
You know, I can't wait for this company buyout to happen. I don't care if people lose their jobs because of it. Bethesda needs to die now.
I mean, this is like wishful thinking. It's likely that not everybody's gonna lose their job. Like maybe 1 or 2. Small handful. But I think it's mostly the people who are in charge that are causing they're causing the problems.
Oh yeah, again, if the 4chan post was anything to go off on, then yeah, pretty much proves the case. And you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Not only that, we also need to say this as well. Like I said, the only game that is keeping Bethesda relevant is Doom. And that's it. And I guarantee you, if Doom goes the way of the woke, everything will go broke. We know it. We see it, actually, with that new Doom movie that no one wants. That id Software basically said, yeah, we don't have anything to do. You remember that one? Oh, that awful remake of the originally awful movie from 2004.
Oh.
Is it so good? Movie completely in the first person. Is it? I'm going to answer that and say no, because there was a whole movie about that called Hardcore Henry. You should all go watch it. It's amazing. Seriously, it is the most fun I've ever had watching a movie. Like, the shit and the comedy was like, oh, yes. So, yeah, we got that going on. So, I guess you could say, what's the word? I guess to sum it up, basically, Fallout 76 is still fucking itself up, and don't buy Elder Scrolls Blades. Because you deserve to keep your money. Yeah.
I am still looking at baby swans.
Oh. Let's see, hold on. Sorry, saw something stupid. All right, let's move on to actually your.
Yeah, this is the last
Staxels.
The link to the Staxels store page is still in the description below. Hello. That name. Hi. I'm not gonna say that name out loud.
Hold on, what name?
Here, I'll send you their name.
Hey, okay, let me open Discord again. And then my internet suffers because of it.
Love your name, dude. Just, I'm not gonna read that out loud. But, hello, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. So,
this is not my favorite name.
This has actually been, like, a thing for a few days by now. There's a game that I actually really enjoy, called Staxel. This happened, like, let's see. Yeah, this happened last Thursday. Staxel is a voxel game, which means it's very intricate cubes. No, Chasier the Great. I'm not clicking that. I don't know what that is.
A link to porn, I see.
Also, Chasier the Great, there is a rule. Don't link anything unless you ask me to. Don't do that. But Staxel is a 3D farming sim kind of game. And every time a YouTuber plays it and like shows it, they immediately go, "This is like Starbound meets not Starbound. Stardew Valley meets Minecraft." And in that case, they're right.
Well, it's more detailed than Minecraft,
definitely, definitely. I've been playing this game for a while now. Currently, there are some issues with it. If you're gonna play it, I would highly recommend you close everything else down, and you'll be fine. Kind of chugs a little bit, needs a lot more RAM and some tweaking. For the most part, it doesn't feel like Stardew Valley or Minecraft. It feels different, it feels new. You're not under pressure like you are in Starbound. I keep saying Starbound! I love that game too, it's like one of my favorites.
Stardew Valley?
Yeah. Oh, it's the Pepsi Man. That's what he sent. Okay.
Oh, Pepsi Man! Awesome! I love that.
Yeah. With Stardew Valley, you are pressured to find somebody in the town to serenade and marry. You are pressured to collect items for the different events in the holidays. You're also pressured to partake in the holidays. Just like another thing people don't really realize, for the 3 years that you start playing the game, like in the game itself, you have to pet your dog each and every day, or else your dead grandpa will come back and berate you. Like, the entire game, like, the game itself is beautiful. It's really well done. It's just you're under so much pressure all the time. You're on a time limit every single time. And it's very annoying.
For the ghost. I was joking. I said, "Come forth, the ghost of my dead."
Your dead grandfather. Yeah. Everything is on a time limit. A very stressful time limit. with Minecraft, there's really nothing for you to do. Like, you build the story. And that's fine. Like, it's still a lot of fun. It's still breaking records and getting a lot of attention, even if it's not the big hype on YouTube.
And yeah, and unfortunately, like all things, it comes
Yeah, it comes and goes.
and goes.
But with Staxel, you don't feel that. It's very leisurely. If you do a quest for an NPC, it's finish this at your earliest convenience, like whenever you finish it, whenever you want to finish. If you get a quest to build a house for somebody, you decide when you're going to finish building that, because it takes time.
And how much you want to put into it. It's like, okay, this is your house.
Yeah. Well, when you build a house for an NPC, you have to have certain things, because like the sign that you put down will tell you what you need for it to be an actual house. Last time I played, I put a house down. It was like really tiny little shitter, and that was the house for the scientist. But no, everything is optional. You're not under any pressure. Like, even when the holiday events roll around, you're not under pressure. And they don't make you feel like that. They say that, like, if you do the Halloween event and you haven't grown pumpkins, the Halloween event's not going anywhere. It's the entire freaking month. It's not, like, said and done. And she even tells you, like, you know, this will come back next year. These things are not going to change. Take your time. And I love it. It's you're not stressed to do anything. Like, even with your crops or your animals, you're not stressed to harvest the crops before they die or plant them before the next season.
Exactly. It's a very, I guess you could call it more relaxed.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a more relaxing farming sim. It's got the blocky world of Minecraft and how relaxing that could be with just building. Somebody's at our door. But it adds in the chill, slow pace of Stardew Valley, where you farm and you take care of animals and you sell your products to get money, and you help the community.
Yeah, it's a perfect.
It's a good balance.
Game for the very real. Yeah, and I feel like, again, you know me, I'm not much of a fan of like building shit. My goal, I need a point A to point B, and that's it in my case. But this game, like, if I really was having, I'm like, you know what, a cow, and then just do it. I think this would be the game for you.
The plus side about both games, Stardew Valley and Staxel, is that you don't get to butcher your animals.
Oh, cool.
And the other plus side is that whatever animal you choose at the beginning of the game, you know, cat or dog, they stay with you. They stay with you as a baby forever.
Oh,
and they
cute.
are absolutely adorable. And their breed changes every time. Also, cats look really creepy. Like, I get what they're going for, because like they have inflated pixels for their design, but they're just really creepy.
It's like, please stop staring at me.
Yeah. And for the most part, like,
no.
Your pets will fetch you something very rare on occasion whenever you're out, so it is a good game. It actually it got released. It's no longer on early access. So if you wanted to get Staxel, it's on Steam.
Excellent. Well, maybe I'll look into it in the future. When I just saw the that is. Please stop looking at me.
Knowing you, Rev, this is not a game for you.
Like I said, my goals are always just. Yeah.
By the way, you need to ask Ostrich about Sweden's conquest.
Oh
It's the most
No.
amazing feat that I've ever heard him pull off in a game.
Sweden's conquest.
I don't remember what the name of the game is. It's like something Empire. It's set in the 1700s, and he has changed history. There's no more Prussia or anything. Sweden Sweden controls all.
Man. But no, like I said, this might be a game I'll look into the future, like as a one and done.
Yeah.
But so far,
yeah. Again,
I like it.
If you're playing the game, unless you have a really strong computer, you want to close everything else down to play it.
Yes, despite it being blocks and everything, it is.
It is a beautiful and really well made game. Yeah.
Yes, actually, I think it looks better than Minecraft.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This is actually like the first voxel game I've ever played. Like, surprise, surprise, there was Minecraft. But I remember when Cube World was a thing. You remember that? I really wanted to play that. And then, like, it fell short. And now, another voxel game that I really want to play is Pixark. Which is a really... Pixark is a very cutesy version of Ark Survival Evolved.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Pixar.
Pixar.
Like, wait, Pixar released
Yes, I want to play that little lamp that crushes the eye. No, I want to try that game.
No.
Like, I really do, but...
No, the Pixar game is just Kingdom Hearts 3.
I could never get into Kingdom Hearts.
Here's the thing. I've only played...
You're cutting out.
The height of... I'm just doing something. About now, am I fine?
Yeah, you're fine.
Am I coming in? Okay. Kingdom Hearts 1 at the height of its popularity. Like, it was my life. But I kept dying. I didn't know what an RPG was. Throwing myself against the enemies and anything. I somehow managed to get very close to the end, and shock and amazement, I'm sure. But then I never finished the first. But then which was a lot easier, and I had a better understanding of what an RPG was. So I played that one and I finished it. And then I just stopped. Because then more games started to come out at the timeline, like the story was getting complicated. I was like, I'm getting off this. I don't care. And I'm swimming back to land. Because I see the maelstrom we're going into. I'm taking my chances.
My ex used to play, like, I think it was Kingdom Hearts 2. I don't remember which one had Tarzan.
That was one.
Okay, so yeah, he was playing Kingdom Hearts 1. I watched him die repeatedly in the Tarzan level.
Jesus.
I honestly cannot get into Final Fantasy or Kingdom Hearts.
Meets Disney.
Or Kingdom Hearts in general. I can't get into it. I don't find it entertaining.
Well, here Kingdom Hearts would have...
You're cutting out.
Just fine. Am I fine now?
Keep talking.
Alright. But what I was saying, I think Kingdom Hearts would have been fine if just Final Fantasy, or a Final Fantasy-like game. Because now we've got Disney shit, and I'm like, I don't want to punch. I in the face. Don't make me do this, damn it.
I'm looking at. I'm looking at the reviews for Staxel.
Oh no.
One of the
I will say this.
A positive review. You can sell poop in this game. That is true. You can actually sell poop for a good amount.
Oh, good. I can now afford my house by crap. Literal crap.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'll say about that stayed with me, and I think a desire to fight and just fight impossible odds was something called the 100 Heartless Battle, in which you're plopped into this heartless army of like just thousands of them, and your objective just kill 100 of them. I was like, yes, because I was just obliterating them left, right, and sideways. Like, yes, fucking yes, do more. I'm having fun. But like I say, it would have been fun. It was just a Final Fantasy. Like, it's clear that it has elements of fun, and apparently, apparently, Sora dies in this. What? Like, I heard about that. I was like, oh, that actually is kind of sad.
So, somebody analyzed the recent game with Donald Duck.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Jesus.
When he does Zeta Flare,
mm-hmm.
he is the only red mage in history to ever cast that. It is impossible for a red mage to cast Zeta Flare because it's so freaking powerful. And someone pointed out that because Goofy tells him not to do it, he has done it before. Which means that Donald is officially the most powerful character in the entire verse of Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts. If I could find the review, because like I reblog it every time I find it.
Like I said, if it's true that Sora just like everything, my immediate thought: your existence has been one sad.
Okay, I found it.
You know, like you were born, and now you were born to literally die for the sake of no one, like a whole galaxy, whatever, that doesn't even know who you save. I feel sorry for you, kid, in a way I think I've never felt before. Okay.
Didn't get any of that. What?
I joked and I said, I feel sorry for you, kid. Lived, you were born, you saved the universe from this immense evil, and yet no one's going to know who you are. I feel so sorry for you. Now let's go eat tacos.
Eat tacos.
When this is over, I'm just us and Sora just eating tacos somewhere. Because why not?
Cool. I'm looking at the analysis of Donald Duck here. Starting here. For those unaware, let me show you how fucking retardedly universe-breaking strong Donald is. Flare is a spell type from Final Fantasy that is reserved for only the strongest individuals. Top-level party members, top-level enemies, main bosses, and secret bosses are the main users of the spell type. It's so powerful that it's been simply referred as the nuke spell before. There are multiple tiers of Flare. Mega Flare, used by summons and top-level enemies, mostly known to be used by Bahamut, the strongest summon in the entire Final Fantasy franchise. Bleh. Although this is its basic form. Above that, you have Giga Flare, a stronger version of Mega Flare, mostly used by stronger versions of Bahamut and interdimensional demons and secret bosses. Above that, you have Terra Flare. This move is exclusive to the abso-fucking-lutely most powerful versions of Bahamut. Like, you need to be the strongest motherfucker in the Final Fantasy universe to use this. This is universe-erasing shit here. This is all in the quote, by the way. Above that, you have Zeta Flare. It is 1 quadrillion times, yes, this is canon, more powerful than Mega Flare. It is a move that only Donald Duck has been able to do in all of Square Enix history. And then somebody replied, starting here, I'd also like to point out that Donald has used Flare several times before. It's one of his most common magic moves when doing a combo with Sora, albeit he uses them with a goofy, cartoonish firework effect. I should mention that Donald gets knocked out, dies after this. And this is like the part where he's like using Zed Flare on one of the big bads. Either from the strain of using the spell or from the Heartless that swarm right after. But even if it's cast from hit points, Donald literally just busted out the most powerful magic move in Square history. The only other character in Square Enix games who used Zed Flare was the third form of Aerie in Bravely Default, who at that point had a world-eating eldritch abomination powering her. Donald didn't have any of that backing him up. He literally cast Zeta Flare on his own. And in, like, big letters, Donald fucking Duck is canonically the most powerful red mage in Square Enix history, period. After that, also there's a bonus for it. Right before setting it off, Goofy yelled, "Donald, don't!" implying that either he has been apprised of how dangerous Zed Flare is for Donald to use, or Donald has done it before. The final comment, "Don't fuck with the duck." And I have to agree. I love ducks.
I think this was done on purpose. Duck's history and like the cartoons and everything. He's always the loser. So I purpose to kind of like,
and also,
hey,
like, not very many people like equipping Donald Duck in the games, from what I've heard.
Because he's useless. He doesn't use a lot of this. And when he does, it's like it says it's like, oh, thanks for healing. After I use my healing, yeah, like I said, that's crazy. That's crazy. Maybe one day I'll sit down and all of Kingdom Hearts and then decide, yeah, fuck this place.
So,
one day. So for those of you why we haven't covered Kingdom Hearts on that.
I'm not gonna continue.
Okay, what I was saying, wondering why we've never done a retrospective of Kingdom Hearts on the show. We don't exactly like it that much, and we just don't have the time to research every about that either. There are like so many small details that make up.
If we can have a quick second, I gotta get up real quick.
Okay, we'll be right back.
I'm back. I have to wait on Rev. Sorry for the crunching. I have something to nibble. We'll just see if Rev is able to come back. Oh, there he is. Hi.
And we're back. Hello, welcome. Right, so I think that's all that's up to.
Other than the monthly things.
Okay. So, as per tradition at this point, you want to go first?
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
Alright, so, for those of you who don't know, once a month, usually by the second week of the month, because it gives us time to figure things out, we decide what Pokemon and what Gundam represents that month. For me, I do the Pokemon. For him, he does the Gundam.
Yep.
And this month is the first time we're ever doing a legendary Pokemon.
Oh.
I'm just telling Bill that we're doing this Pokemon. Because he's the one who helps me. We spin like a wheel to decide what generation it is and what type. I couldn't find a shiny version of it without it being like somebody's edit, so we have a GIF.
Alright.
The Pokemon of the month is Shaman. A little hedgehog Pokemon. Now, Bill and I don't really know enough about Pokemon for like the hardcore players. Like, we play Pokemon because we think they're cool, they're cute, or because we enjoy being in this other world. So when we choose the Pokemon of the month, we pick them based on practical use in modern day life. Let me double check this is let's scoot that up more. There we go. Shaman is a little moving patch of flowers. When it gets excited, flowers will bloom out of those little spots.
It's a head.
Yeah. So I'm eating chips.
That's fine.
Shaman has another form, by the way. It's like a little deer. It's a sky form, but the wheels spun Generation 4 type grass. And this was the only one that didn't talk about devouring people who got too close.
Gee.
Every other plant Pokemon in this generation, they do photosynthesis, but it's either just that, or they use their appearances to lure prey, aka people. And Shaman is the only one that's not going to kill you. Shaman lives in flower patches and avoids detection by curling up to the flower. Okay, this is the part where it'd be great for practical use. It dissolves toxins in the air and instantly transforms a ruined land into lush fields of flowers. So, when we were talking earlier about like separating video games from the nightmare of real life, this is very close to that. There are a lot of landscapes nowadays that are just completely destroyed, and I'm talking like one of those people who are a little too passionate about saving the earth. And what would be great is if we could deploy like a little shaman into these areas. They regrow and heal the land the best they can, because one of the problems with logging companies is that when they chop down a tree, it'll cause mass erosion on the mountainside and destroy it could destroy towns and cities if left unchecked. You know, like the same goes for mining companies.
Yeah, ecological damage.
Ecological damage. Bring in a shaman, they can fix that. It's a lot of work, but they could do it.
Yeah. It's just, it's interesting because this, like I said, there's no other way of fern.
You're cutting out.
That it's a small eggs. There's that it can do that. It's quite impressive. Yeah, I can see this thing being pairs, things of that nature. I can see that. Personally, I don't see it met either, unless you're a very terrible gardener.
No, like, here's the funny thing. Did you know in Africa, they have these very large rats that are trained to sniff out mines?
Oh yeah, and apparently they can also detect.
What?
They can also apparently detect.
Detect what?
Tuberculosis.
Okay. I think shaman would be more similar to those. They are not pets, they are service animals. And they're treated very well by their handlers. But they're not, in any sense of the word, pets.
Yeah, most specifically for a task.
Yeah.
I still find it funny.
Yeah.
Well, I find it funny and cute.
Yeah. You guys can always
Fern.
see its like type defenses and all that jazz. You can see its stats. I don't need to explain that. Because I don't understand the EV stuff.
Ooh. Okay, that was...
What?
That was something... And... Yeah. Again, very true. I wonder if it's curl up into its fur. You know, like how hedgehogs will curl up in their body.
Yeah, that's what it does when it when it wants to avoid being detected. It'll curl up and turn into a flower bush.
Oh, how cute.
Yeah.
Salad, though. I'm completely honest. There's plants on its back. Does it count as... If you were to shit on your, like, bowl, would it count as a salad?
No. Fucking no. The only Pokemon that actually develops fruit for you to eat is that long-necked one with the bananas on its neck.
Important questions. Is it edible?
I don't want
I'm gonna
to think
ask
about it.
Every time we do this, it's gonna be a thing now. Just like how there's that show, will it go a sub-segment called "Is it edible?" Oh, logo, come on. All right. Okay. So that was hedgehog.
Yeah. Definitely like a surface animal to help heal ecological damage.
Yes. Away from ecology to destruction.
I'm really concerned how this is going to work with your audio issues.
I'm sure it'll be fine. If I cut out at any point, you'll let me know. Like right now, apparently.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's technical difficulties. God dang it. There we go.
GG, no re.
Hi, Bob.
Alright, so this week's week. This month's mobile suit is, again, keeping in theme with the always. We'll be covering one of my personal favorites, actually. and that is the RMS-192 Zaku.
Mariner.
Yes.
Oh boy.
See why I like. So the Zaku Mariner, interesting mobile suit. It was created. Let's see. No date was given.
Oh boy.
Oh, actually, I was mistaken. It is actually not created by Xeon, but is actually made by. Weird, isn't it?
By the what?
By the Earth Federation.
Oh.
They're the ones who usually make the Gundams and the Gyms. Well, this one was created in your war as kind of, a quad.
This
was back when Xeon was
really bad.
What's happening? It could be because I have the page loaded. Also, if you're typing to me, I don't have Discord open. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2,
Hi.
3. Am I still coming in? Yes? No?
You're still coming in.
Okay. Something happens. Alright. Like I said, it was completely built during the 1-year war, specifically for aquatic warfare. Back when Xeon was invading the Earth, basically. They're completely aquatic, capable of going into, in fact, quite impressive depths, almost crush level. Equipment-wise, they're pretty bog standard. However, there is something interesting about this design, too. You see how the head looks, right?
Yep.
Notice how weird it is compared to the other Zaku's, more segmented, not a line.
Mm-hmm.
The eye can actually go on top of the head. There is a slit when it's in the water that the eye will go up to, and it can see directly ahead of it even when it's facing face down. Crazy, isn't it? Small details like that. Like I said, completely sealed from any sort of leakages to happen. And as everyone can probably see by now, the gigantic jetpack is actually a hydro pack. This thing is fast, despite its bulky appearance. Completely and totally capable of aquatic combat. This was eventually proceeded and worked on for some years, even after the end of the 1-year war. It was still used and worked on by the Federation. Later, Xeon remnants would use these mobile suits for their surprise attacks elsewhere. There's actually a common myth or misconception that space noids are afraid of the water, which technically isn't too far off, considering that the water oceans are denser than space.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, let's go on to equipment. It has the 3-tube, 300mm sub-rock submarine rocket launcher. Basically, it can fire torpedoes at any target. Let's see, they have 2 sets of rocket launchers on their shoulders. Those gigantic shoulder pads actually contain 3 rockets each. They can actually use that to either attack targets in the water or attack on land, unlike a battleship coming to the surface, basically. Quite potent and powerful, too. They have a magnet Harken, which is basically a right there on the. Basically, it's a grapple hook attached to the left arm. Allows them to kind of pull themselves out from the water if something happens. That is. Let's see. Yeah, spray missile, magnet Harken. Yeah, that's about it. This thing does not have much in the way of weaponry, actually. Again, mostly because this is an aquatic mobile suit. You're not going to exactly fight a lot of enemies on land with it, Let's see, what else? Yeah, they were used during the 1-year war, and when the Neo-Xeon attacked along with the remnants, many of them actually appeared out of the oceans, held by Xeon remnant forces. They launched several attacks against seaside bases and were quite effective, despite being almost 30 to 40 years old at this point. An impressive thing for a mobile suit of that caliber, too. Other than that, it's basically just a Zaku that can move in water. Do I recommend anyone pilot this thing? Yeah, sure. To go into the water and fight someone, this is a good mobile suit. It's just like using a Zaku. Very little, if anything, changes. So yeah, HH, what do you think? Any comments?
Nope, not really.
You never do.
Nope, because this is not my thing, this is your thing, but I support you.
Alright. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, the mobile suit of the month. Sorry I was breaking up there. Again, not much I can do with the connection. So, yeah. Yeah, I believe that covers everything today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for once again tuning into this week's Left for Random Talk. Sorry we went a bit further, as some things tend to happen.
Yeah, this was supposed to be on Thursday. There's not going to be an episode this Thursday.
Alright.
Because I'm going to the dentist for treatments, and I'm going to be gone for hours.
Fair enough. Alright, well, again, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. Once more, a wall at the end of it. Oh, hold on, I can't do my outro because I don't have Discord open. Give it a second. I always forget I don't have this open. It's like, wait a minute. Where's the icon? Oh, no. Here we go. Alright. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. This has been Rev, and I will see you around next. Peace out.
I know that he's gone, it's just me and the audience here. We're not going to go back to drawing. I'm actually burnt out on drawing. This is my usual spiel that I do at the end of the show, every time, before we go and host somebody. From the looks of things, we might not have anybody to host, except for maybe a Warframe partner. Nope. Even after a refresh and a loud crunch of chips, there's no friend of mine that is online for me to host. Maybe Kings and Jensen's. Yeah, let's host him. He's a good friend. Here we go. That's set up. Yeah. This is my usual spiel. In the description below on YouTube, and down below on Twitch, there's a link and a creeper face. Don't click on them. I'm actually planning to swing by my local bank sometime this week. Hopefully before I start being paid to be a housekeeper. And I'm going to get this sorted so we can finally have a working donation link on both sides. But what really helps us out, like, what really shows us that you guys are supporting us is that when we go live, you share the links. Because my logic is you're either finding us through Twitter, or you're finding us through Tumblr, or you're finding us by sheer dumb luck. Or by a friend of ours. So it would make sense that, like, reblogging or retweeting or just passing the links around would be the thing to do. Sorry, I'm looking at somebody's blog. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching us. For those of you on Twitch, we're gonna go and host a friend, Kings and Jensen's. He makes mods and models for Gary's Mod. If you're a fan of the Yogscast, then they use his Trouble in Terrace Town systems. But for those of you on YouTube, I'm sorry, this is where we end. We'll see you guys not next Thursday, but hopefully the Thursday afterwards. Let's hope the procedures go well for me. Have a good night, everybody.